What's going on, folks? It's your sports with host here, Levon Whitaker, for another week of NFL predictions. It's week 6 of football approaching. We got 4 teams on bye, but we're going to get right into predictions right now. You know I don't like to waste time. We're going to jump into the week 6 NFL predictions starting right now. To start things off, folks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm taking the Bucs. They've done a great job on the road, not so well at home, but I believe things are going to change right now. Panthers are looking strong in the run game, but the Bucs defense is looking even better. Jameis Winston seems to be in somewhat of a groove. So I'm going to take the Panthers at home right now and be a little risky with that one. Next up, we got the Redskins and the Dolphins. I'm actually giving the Dolphins their first win of the season right here. Following that, we got the Eagles and the Vikings. In Minnesota, I'm taking the Eagles and Carson Wentz. I don't believe that the Minnesota defense is going to be able to hold that offense of the Eagles, who've been figuring things out on the offensive side of the ball while maintaining a great defense throughout the 60 minutes of a football game. And following that, folks, we got the Texans and the Chiefs. You know I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if they lost with the coach. He's still a bad man. Give me the Chiefs over the Texans. Following that, we have the Saints and the Jaguars. Give me the Saints, okay? Teddy Bridgewater, Sean Payton, 3-0 without Drew Brees. Say less, okay? Seahawks and the Browns. Give me the Seahawks. The Browns, you have a lot of things to figure out. I'm not going to dive into that right now. All that Baker magic. Next, we got the Rams and the 49ers. In LA, Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers have been great. I was a little skeptical about this guy. I didn't know where to go with it, but I'm going to route the 49ers in LA over the Rams. It's going to be a close game. I'm sorry I have to call it close, but I don't really know who's going to win. But if I have to choose right now, this very second, I'm going to go with the 49ers. Following that game, we got the Falcons and the Cardinals. Give me the Falcons. Matt Ryan has been unbelievable in the air game. He's been throwing the ball nonstop. The run game hasn't been too effective in their defense. They're 1-4 this season, but they're going to get an easy win over the Cardinals in Arizona. Following that, we have the Cowboys and the Jets. Give me the Cowboys. One of the easy matchup for these guys. Sam Darnold is back, though, so we can see some things change in his offense for once after 5 weeks of football. Next up, we got the Titans and the Broncos. Give me the Broncos at Mile High Stadium in Denver over the Titans. The Titans have been playing great D. For some reason, I feel like they're going to fall off this game. I believe the Broncos can actually pull it off with Joe Flacco. Maybe Emmanuel Sanders gets in some type of rhythm. After that, we got the Steelers and the Chargers. I've chosen the Chargers every single week, and I really want to choose the Steelers this week, but because they're the third-string quarterback, give me the Chargers. And following that, folks, we have the Lions and the Packers. Give me the Packers. Go, Pack, go. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man, okay? That's my time, okay? But folks, I'm going to add a little piece to this, okay? Normally, sometimes I come in and I give my analysis of what 3 or 4 games I believe I want to key in on and give you guys a little more in-depth scenario about what's going to take place in Week 6 of NFL football. We're not going to do that today, okay? Today, I'm actually going to go live with my top 5 NFL teams after Week 5, okay? Folks, last week, the Bears and the Cowboys made a fool of me. I put them in my top 5. No, I won't blame it so much on the Bears with Chase Daniels, a backup quarterback in London. Okay, they won against Oakland though, and I'm not going to give them an excuse. But the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to come down on you guys hard right now because you guys got some things to figure out. I don't know what the heck is going on down there in D-Town, but you better figure it out and figure it out fast, okay? Because I understand you only lost by 10 points to the Green Bay Packers in Week 5. But you came back in garbage time, okay? Let's just be honest about it. The Green Bay Packers weren't really playing for real at that point anymore. You let Aaron Jones run over you for 4 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers didn't even have to play quarterback, for goodness sake. You guys look absolutely atrocious in Week 5 at home. Aaron Rodgers came in and absolutely destroyed you guys. Folks, if I had to use some type of analogy for the Dallas Cowboys, this is what I would say. You know, if you watched Disney Channel growing up, and it's the evening time, it's a Friday, Saturday night, and you see the little graphic effects come up with the kids jumping in the corner, they're making the Disney logo, and it's not a movie. It's just a commercial. You thought a Disney movie was coming on tonight. You thought it may have been the Proud Family movie, for crying out loud. But it wasn't it. And you were fooled by one shiny glow stick and a kid jumping in the corner. And that's who the Dallas Cowboys are. They get you excited. They get you, they get your anxiety going, they get you all revved up, and they let you down. Because they're not it. And the word for the season for the Dallas Cowboys is job. J-O-B. They have to figure it out. They have to get somebody else in their head coach position. Somebody deserves a job. And it ain't Jason Garrett. Now I'm going to move on to my top 5. Because I'm tired of talking about the Dallas Cowboys because they're not in my top 5. To lead things off, This team doesn't need an explanation. It's the New England Patriots. They're number one, okay? Previous weeks I've had them number 2 to the Chiefs. But since the Chiefs lose in Indianapolis to the Colts, I'm going to have to ride with the Patriots at number 1. Following that is the Chiefs. No explanation needed. They're better than every other team besides the Patriots right now. So we're going to move on to the number 3 team. And that happens to be the New Orleans Saints. Folks, I stated this before, I want to say it again. The New Orleans Saints, Teddy Bridgewater, Sean Payton, this defense, 3-0 without Drew Brees. How do you explain that? You don't. This is pure talent. This is skill. Okay? You don't just go out there and willy-nilly and go 3-0 without Drew Brees, of all people, running your offense. This is Teddy Bridgewater, a great quarterback in college. Had some major injuries early in his career. And he's leading this team to victories, along with the defense who's playing 60 minutes of great defense. I've asked for it. They've given it to me. They provided me with 60 minutes of great defense. I love the Saints. Can't get enough of them. Who that? The Big Easy, Louisiana, however you want to split it up. These boys are playing ball, and they're going to win in Week 6 versus the Jaguars to go 4-0 without Drew Brees. So I'm going to move on to the 4th team in my rankings, which happens to be the Green Bay Packers, another team I love. They're not my favorites, the Saints for the Packers, but they're second to my Chargers, okay? Go, Pack, go. These boys take an L, a close one, to the Philadelphia Eagles. In Green Bay, at Lambeau Field. It was a tough L. But you can't put any other team above them besides the Chiefs, Saints, and the Patriots. Because Aaron Rodgers has done a great job. They're figuring out the run game, giving Aaron Rodgers the ball, giving Aaron Jones the ball, allowing him to run down the defensive throws of teams that seem to have stout defenses. That's not the case this season. Aaron Jones, give this brother the ball, allow Aaron Rodgers to sit back, makes him more lethal. You haven't even seen a full Aaron Rodgers yet. Maybe you've seen him in Week 1 against the Bears. Okay? Well, other than that, Aaron Rodgers playing outstanding football. Aaron Jones playing outstanding football. No Devontae Adams in Week 5. No Devontae Adams possibly in Week 6. And they're still finding a way to win football games. Why? Because their run game is lethal. Because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. And the defense, for once in a lifetime, the Green Bay Packers have a defense, okay? And they're a dangerous team. Now I'm going to move on to my final team. That happens to be the Seattle Seahawks. With what we could see as the MVP of this year's season, and Russell Wilson, if he keeps this up for 10 more weeks, this brother is bad, okay? You're talking about 1,400 yards through 5 weeks. You're talking about 12 touchdowns, no interceptions, 76.3 QBR, 73% passing rating. Russell Wilson is playing outstanding football. Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, playing outstanding outstanding at the running back position. Tyler Lockett, Disley, all these guys coming together and playing team football. Russell Wilson's going to be elusive. He's going to be aggressive. Pete Carroll, aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. This team has what it takes to go very far. Okay? You're talking about a team in a conference where the Arizona Cardinals don't have a chance. We don't know what's going to become of the LA Rams. Okay? The Russell Wilson and the 49ers are the legit contenders that you see right now, but nobody really believes in the 49ers. So it's Russell Wilson's division to lose at this point. This brother's outstanding. We always knew he's been elite. He's just not talked about enough. And right now, he's giving us a reason to talk with these MVP numbers. Folks, that's another episode of Sports With, okay? Remember, stay blessed, keep pushing. Holla at your boy. What's going on, folks? It's your Sports With host here, Levon Whitaker. I just want you all to know to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, be sure to follow me on sportswith.com. Thank you.